doing this afternoon? I come to a little place that I've been coming to since about 1983. It looks a little different now than then, of course, and it's changed through the years. It's a spot I've kept coming back to. I think in just a minute you'll see why. Got a couple of things I want to show you before I get actually down to where I'm going. Get back to you in just a minute. Stick around. It's kind of hard to tell looking at it laying here like this, but this is a flatbed railroad car. You can see right down here where they took the trucks off of it. And for quite a few years, it used to span this little part of Little West Fork, Red River. Just a little ways up in Kentucky today. Not too far. It's been a spot I've been coming to for a long time. A little bit windy today and kind of out of the north, making it just a little bit cool. 42 degrees when I left the house. That north wind makes it feel about 32 maybe. As you can see across the creek over there, a lot of farmland. On the top of that very hill over there, or very furthest hill over there, won't do any good to zoom in really. There's a Civil War cemetery. A long time ago, had access to all this land around here, but those days are long gone. But today we're going to walk right down, kind of down the edge of this here rock outcropping, and I'll bring you back coming off down the hill. Doesn't look as bad down through here as I anticipated. Getting hung up on everything. So, thought I'd film a little bit going off down the hill here. Not very far, obviously. One view from here, the tree directly out in front of me there, I can remember when it was a thriving maple tree. And the other big rascal out there that no longer has a top is an extremely old sycamore tree. I wouldn't have a guess as to how many years it's been standing right there on that bank. It's been a pretty good while though. Let's work on down. Like I said earlier, I was introduced to this spot right around mid part of 1983, and I've been coming back ever since. Not a very big cave by any means that I know of. I have at one time walked up and scared a fox out here. But outside of that, never really seen anything vicious. It's just been a favorite spot of mine to come and sit. All back behind in that field over there. There's always farming going on. I'm not exactly sure who this belongs to either, but I don't come down here and never come down and made a mess. Never come down here and spent the night either. Kind of get the sense of peace, don't you? That's where we come down, and just your basic old limestone formation here, I suppose. The gentleman that introduced me to this spot no longer with us, unfortunately. And sorry about the camera thing there. He was telling me that if you go in that hole right there, it goes back just a little ways, 10-15 feet, and does kind of a little loopy around to your left and joins into where this one goes back in. And supposedly, some 40 feet, they said. Don't know. I'm not going up in there. Was a fairly good sized room. But while the boys were up in the cave, especially that particular day, I got a little spot that I've kind of claimed for myself. And I'll have to put the camera down to get there, but right around on the edge of those rocks right there has been a favorite place for me to sit for years. Being cooped up in the house for almost a month. My back not doing well and just not feeling good in general. The nasty old weather, as everybody knows, makes you feel bad. This spot's been on my mind for several days. I've actually caught some little fish out here. The way the stream's up right now, it's probably close to 8 feet deep right out there in the middle. And if one has a canoe, kayak, I spent 3 days on this stretch of water. Went some 20 miles. Wasn't a big adventure, but it's something that has stuck in my mind ever since, and every chance that I get, I come down here. I kind of got a little nostalgia today. This is on one of my bike rides. This is, I'm about 14 miles from the house, and this is just a good spot to make it to, you know. Come here and sit for just a little while and let traffic die down on the other end. Clears the old head out pretty good. Funny sometimes how it doesn't take much, huh? Sitting on a creek bank with a good breath of fresh air. Which is kind of cool today, about 45 degrees. But that wind is making it feel somewhere down around the mid-30s. And right now it's kind of coming. I hope the sound's not too bad today. The wind's coming directly down the creek here, and I'm going to work my way back over to the cave mouth. This spot right here has always been my favorite place to sit. In the afternoons, the sun sets kind of over there, just looking off down the creek and watch it fall off into the trees. Not much of a sunrise here, but just to be down on the creek at sunrise is kind of nice all in itself, isn't it? I wish the gentleman that showed me this place was here today. Very interesting man, wise in his own way. He enjoyed the outdoors about as much as anybody I've ever met, as in to go out of his way to be outdoors. And he kind of got me a little bit in the habit of it too. When I came out of the Navy is when I met him, and we became friends pretty fast, and we had a lot of interesting adventures in the woods, I'll put it that way, including a couple of very interesting trips down this here particular part of the West Fork Creek. Very fond memories. There's one spot not too far from here that I stopped by today to make an inquiry about camping on that piece of property, and no one was around to talk to about that, so I have to make another arrangement there. I guess I just kind of come down here to sit and let a few things roll on by and gather up a few other things and start thinking about them. I'm going to shut this thing off and just sit here for a little while. And I'm going to make my way back to the house. I'm glad you guys could come down here with me today. Kind of wish a few of you guys could be here with me today. We would make a grand day out of it. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, we're just waiting for the next big adventure.